There were some good things that happened out there. We challenged before practice, because most teams after a big spring game and 90 plus reps, come out a little sluggish. But for the most part, came out and pretty attentive. We really focused on corrections and cleaning things up, and there was a little bit of new wrinkles put in, but the main thing is just kind of really shoring things up from the scrimmage.
Now that you've had time to maybe look at film from Saturday and really start to evaluate things, how do you feel?
I feel good in a way, and then I feel like we really, this last week is going to be very critical. Of course, our expectations, like I said, is to really have our base offense and defense and our foundation of who we are really, well executed. So, I feel good in a way where we're at, and then also just the little things that we need to clean up.
Are you further along now with maybe the pecking order of who's starting to establish themselves?
It's starting to become clear, and that's what we told our guys. We've got a lot of good information by now, and so we're really starting to gear up more for next year as far as personnel. And I'm not saying that we still won't have some guys move up the next week, because they are going to have a chance, but we have some really good information as coaches now.
Looking at that spring game, I guess now after looking at the film, was there something you now noticed that you probably didn't notice Saturday, maybe from your view on the field?
I think that offensively they came out a little bit jittery, and they made a couple mistakes that really they hadn't been making. But you got to give the defense credit. There was some really good looks out there, and I was real proud of our defense, the way they flew around for the most part. And I just told the defense, I said, the big thing for us is just staying away from giving up the big play. Because besides the big plays, they made some things happen that were positive.
Can you tell us what some of the corrections, some of the things specifically that you cleaned up and worked on?
Yeah, it was really more of, trying to get all 11 guys to execute the play, as far as their assignment goes. Because there was a lot of plays that 9 guys did their job and 2 wasn't. And so we're just trying to get to a point where we can have all 11 guys on offense and defense at least execute the play, that was called.
Two practices ago, I think left for you guys, I think Wednesday and Thursday. That's how
Yes.
the schedule's going to work
Yeah.
here. Just talk about that. I guess you guys haven't had days with practices back-to-back days. You've had them spread out. What are your thoughts just entering Wednesday and Thursday?
Well, we've got to finish strong. That's the main thing. We as players and coaches, when we get off the field Thursday, we need to feel good about where we're at going into the summer, where they understand everything offensively and defensively that we've covered, where they can actually get better. Because from a coach's standpoint, you worry about players developing bad habits if they don't know for sure exactly what their techniques are and their assignments. We're going to find out later today. He did get banged up. We don't think at this time it's anything serious, but he's a tough guy, and anytime he comes out of a scrimmage, especially with a crowd, we'll find out more today. Put it that way.
Is the goal for these last couple of practices maybe to try to get as much stuff in as possible, or try to make the stuff that's in as good as it can be?
It's a combination of both. Today we try to focus on just getting better and very little wrinkles. Tomorrow and Thursday will be more of our window dressing that goes with our base offense. So, as far as the actual play structure and the foundation of the play won't change, but all the wrinkles that go with that play, that's what we'll be focused on the next 2 days.
Does it say a lot to you with maybe 6,000 fans in the stands, and maybe a guy really flashed and made some plays? Does that tell you something about a guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's something to be said for, when the lights come on, some guys really raise their level. And, at times there was different guys that I could really see did a solid job.
Any of those guys that you can talk about?
The one thing that stood out is, Frankie Jackson made a really good run. He broke about 4 or 5 tackles, and that was very exciting for me to see, because he had broke a couple tackles during the spring, but that was a really outstanding run.
What are you looking to see out of the defense these last 2 practices?
Well, just shoring up, the coverages on the back end, not giving up big plays, and really just finding a way to, run to the football. All 11 guys run to the football and know what they're supposed to be doing.
You said you're going to work on some of the wrinkles. Will you back off some physicality
Uh, No, we were pretty physical today, and we'll be physical again Wednesday. Thursday will be a non-pad day. You know, we've still got work to do. I mean, we still need to tackle, and we still need to be live, you know, up front.
Just looking back overall on Saturday, crowd, young guys visiting, you know, hopeful, some future Red Wolves play of the team.
Yeah.
You talked about the next level since
Yeah.
you've been here. Was Saturday maybe the step to that level?
You know, there is no doubt, and like I said, we really appreciate the fans coming out for the first time. It was a great crowd, and they were loud too. I mean, it was almost at times felt like a game, and so that was really exciting for our players and our coaches. You know, as far as that was concerned, and it is part of the equation because taking the next level is everybody. It's not just a head coach, not a coach staff, not a team. It's a fan base, and it's everybody associated. And our fans really came through, and that was really the highlight of the whole day Saturday, and it was definitely a success.
How many recruits? Do you have an idea about how many?
You know, I think with the parents and the recruits, I think there was somewhere between 200 and 250. You know, which is not bad for an ACT day.